Good morning. This is my first premiere, and I'm introducing my musical way of teaching music theory. Music theory that leads to beautiful performances. I'm Edmond Saint-Jean, and I'm still getting set up. In a few minutes, I'll be starting what I planned on sharing. I want to make sure that everything is accessible to the eye. Okay. Making sure that my setting is up to par. Okay, I think that I have what I need. Let me check my audio, making sure that can be heard. Testing, testing. Okay, all right. My plan for today is to present to you the way I teach. My teaching of music is inclusive, and math is essential. All right. Now, my first puzzle has to do with a very popular music concept, but I put it in numbers because I know that my small children, my small students, like the babies from pre-K, K, they're learning how to count. So 11 is accessible to even my pre-Ks, and they learn to do addition. Now, here's what I mean by 11, 5, 5, 1 by the end of my presentation, you realize, that's what you meant. Instead of using words, I'm using numbers. All right, so let's get started. My first idea is all my students will have to draw 11 lines. Okay, they come my lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so far so good. 11 lines. Now, let's find out about the next numbers. 11 can be divided in two groups of fives. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But that's number 1. What do I put the 1? Why don't we keep the 1 in the middle? And we have another group of 5. Another group of 5. Okay. That's the first part. All right. And then we count from bottom to top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, that's part 1. Great. Move that on the side. The next part that we have to deal with has to do with our 7 group of 7s. Eventually, I'll be presenting my group of 7s. The first 2 of the group of 7 are the 7 letters that will be known as the music alphabet, and then the 7 syllables. All right, let's get on with it. 7 letters. Letters, yes, the alphabet letters. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. 7. You sure? Yes, I am. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Even my pre-K can do that. Okay. All 7 syllables, and it's called music alphabet. It stops right there. That's it. No more. And then we have the 7 syllables. We have la, ti, do, re, mi, fa, so. Now, I will come back to that part. T, the real name is C. And then so, the real name is Sol. So what do they usually teach our elementary students to say so and T? Oh, the obvious reason is for singing purposes. It's easier to say do re mi fa sol la ti instead of do re mi fa sol la. That would not go along with the singing format that we want. So that's easier. How about the so? Oh, the so. If you sing do re mi fa sol la ti, it adds to the sound. So to make sure everything is even, we have do re mi fa sol la ti. So let me add it. Let me show it to you. Do re mi fa sol la ti. Everything is even. All right. So those are my 7 letters and 7 syllables. Now, guess what? They match each other. I can use either one. Some books only mention the letters. Other books mention the syllables. Some books mix them. So what we do, you have to be certain that you know the two. So either one that you're, depending on the teacher that you have, uses, that's not the problem for you. There we go. All right. So if I say, oh, can I have a me? You know that is a E. Can I have a do? I know that it's a C. If you see a C, I say do, you won't be confused. Okay. All right. So those are my 7 letters and my 7 syllables. How's it coming? And then number C. Oh dear. Let's see how we. Let me see how. Give me a minute. The board. Okay, I have to adjust my board. I have my. Let's see. We always have to adjust because this is my first live and I have to make sure that everything is accessible to the eye. All right. All right. So I was saying I had to make some adjustments just now. Okay. All right. So, one thing that you have to know, everything that I just presented, I'm going to have a summary of it that will give you a closer look of everything. So therefore, having my board up to you and to the eye, that will make it very accessible. All right. Now, we had thus far the my formula 11 5 5 1. So I had 11 lines and then they were divided in group of fives and one. So that was the first one. Okay. And the second part that I did was my 7 letters and my 7 syllables. And we realized that they are intertwined. So I make sure I assign each letter to its syllable. So we realize that they are very close to each other. I can use either one. I can either use the alphabet, A to G, or I use the syllables. All right. And then the next one that we have is the concept of line and spaces. All right, there it is. My voice will be the guide, and then I'll bring up my presentation. Line and spaces. Okay, now let's use the alphabet letters, which are the music alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E. I can continue because after 7, it goes back to the first one. So it continues until, for instance, later on I'll be showing you the keyboard has 88 keys. It starts from A and ends on the 88 keys, which is a C. All right. Now, the concept of line and space is very interesting. If the first letter is a line, and I would like to go to the next line. Oh, it's like we are on the street, we are on the sidewalk over here. That's my sidewalk. Can I just put the next foot on the next sidewalk? No. I have to cross the street. So the street is a space between the two sidewalks. Okay, and that's what happens in music. If A is a line and I need to go to the next line, I have to skip a space. And if you understand that, reading the stuff, reading your notes will be very simple. You will only have to practice. So this is what I have. If A is a line, so what happens next? According to my concept of crossing the street, I have to skip a space. Oh, okay, that will be an S. I can use the abbreviation S for space. And then where's the next line? Oh, according to my crossing the street concept, after the sidewalk, I cross the space, which is where the cars commute, and then I go to the next space. Oh, okay. So therefore, C would be the next line, and it becomes a pattern. Okay. So the pattern would be line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space, line, space. Oh, okay. So that's what I have here. This is the concept. Line, space, line, space, just like everybody crosses the street. Even my two babies know that mom and dad have to hold their hands and they look left and right before they cross. And the crossing part is a space. Oh, okay, so we got that. All right. So now, what happens if I want to isolate the lines only? Oh, then it becomes easy. I have to jump over the space. Oh, that's what it is. And then I get all the lines. Great. This is the concept of the lines. All right. And then we have the concept of steps and skips. You know, I always observe my students playing in the schoolyard, and I don't remember the name of that game, but they usually go step, skip, step, skip. Well, let's find out how we do that. It's the same concept. I can use the letters again, or I can take the syllables. So I can take both. Oh, all right. If I want to take both, I can have the A, which is the la. Oh, yeah, I can put them together because I can replace either one. And the B, which is the T, the C, which is the, D, which is Ray, which is me, F, which is fa. Then we have so. Step and skips. If I'm stepping, I don't skip, right? Yes, I don't skip, or I step. So I go A, B, C, D, E, F, G. I'm stepping. All the time my steps. Okay. Steps. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. La, ti, do, re, mi, fa. So those are the steps. So the skip should be, I have to skip one. Oh, so let's find about the skips. Skips. What are the skips? I have, oh, it's a simple line and space. You got it. Very good. Line and space. You have A. Let's take the alphabet letters. A. I skip the B. I have C. Oh, that's it. So it's the same concept than the line and the spaces. So if you understood the line and the spaces, you got it with the step and the skips. All right. Now, let's bring everything to a halt. Now remember earlier, I had the group of 11, 5, 5, and 1. All they're coming back. And then what we did, we had the concept of line of the letters. Yeah, our letters. The concept of our letters, we have 7 flat and 7 sharp. Not yet. 7 letters, which are the music syllable. And we have the 7 syllables. And then we realized that they can be combined together because they are interchangeable. Okay. And then we had the concept of the steps and skips, line and space, and steps and skips. The steps and the skips. So we step when we go one at a time, and we skip when we jump over another one. So we agreed on that. Now let's go, let's think it up, let's make it simple. All right. Assume that I know the name of those lines. I give the first one the name of G. Let me change my color to make it a little bit more attractive. I have a G here. I have an F over there. I need the name of all those notes over here. They are all in lines, so I have to step or skip. Step or skip. And I remember what happened. There is the street over here, so I have to skip. So I will use my alphabet letters, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A. Okay, so I have G. If I have to skip, I have a G. If I have to skip, I have G, A, I skip the A, or I have B. I have to skip B, I skip the C. Oh, D, D. I skip the E, that's a step. Oh, that will be F. And then F, I come to F. G, oh, after G comes A. Remember, there's no H. And then A, I have to skip the B, that's a step. Oh, that will be C. Okay. And C, the step will be a D. Oh, so I have to go to E. Oh, and F is a step. I have to go to G. Okay. And then I come after G. H, no. Oh, after G is A. Oh, so after A, I skip the A, I have B. Oh, okay, I have B. I come after B. C. Oh, C is a step. Oh, no, I don't need that. Oh, that'll be a D. Oh, I have all my 11 lines. Now my question would be, what's the name of this? Oh, as a matter of fact, we have 11 on this side, and we have 11 on that side as well. Let me give you a short story. The 11 lines, long ago, the early centuries, that's the way music was presented. When it was written, the notes were written here, when it was a high voice, were written there, it was a low voice. Here it was in the middle sound. And as time went by, they divided them into groups. Oh, that's a mystery. Yep. And the two groups became as follow. Ah, yeah. And then what happened? What's the name of that line? What number is that? Remember, everything is 11, both sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, that's C. So that's where the name middle C came from. Middle C. Because it's the sixth line between two group of fives. Oh, so I see. And we'll talk more about that, but I wanted you to identify this. And then the counting of the line always remain the same. First line, second, third, fourth, fifth. First, second, third, fourth, fifth. So you have a group of five on top, which is for the high sound, and five line the bottom for the low sounds. And this is middle C right here. So here, if I fill in the letters here, I have the name of all the lines. What about the spaces? The spaces are in the middle. Oh, that's the easy part. So before G, we have F. After G, we have A. After B, C. After D, E. After F, G. After A, B. After C, D. After E, F. After G, A. After B, C. After D, E. After F, G. So I have line, space, and the concept continues. All right, so that was my presentation for today, the 11-5-5-1, which is intertwined with all the concepts of sight reading and reading the music notes. That's what I have for today. It was nice meeting you, and I had a few bumps on along the way from our premiere. We always improve. In music, we always have to practice, which I'll continue to do. It was nice meeting everyone. Until the next time, bye.